Hi, how's it going? My name is Zombie Lord, and this will be, I think, the first of many videos that I'm going to be doing on Skull and Bones. Before I start, I would love to give a shout out to Death Wish. Death Wish, actually, his videos helped me a lot getting back into this game, and I honestly think if I didn't watch his videos, I didn't watch them, I would probably be having a very tough time getting into World Tier 2 and even back into the game in general. Uh, Before I watched him, I really had no idea what I was doing with my ships. So just want to put that out there. We're going to be working on grinding for the frigate. Um, and let's do this thing. Also, I found out because I, of course, am not starting new. People in his Discord, uh, you could probably go follow it on his YouTube channel. I'll link that in the description. But uh, the Wovenhole Fort is a very decent place to grind
Where you walk,
uh, some of the parts you need for the frigate, which I'll be doing a bunch of that. Um, 'Cause I believe it's deep iron
what will it be, Captain? More cargo,
that I'm going to be
more
needing.
navigation, or more firepower?
Let's see here. Oh, nope. Hold on. Yeah, ship right. I think they messed with stuff a little bit. Oh, we don't want to track info. Schooner. I will be also using the schooner. I did do a build for the schooner from what I have right now. Um, but our objective is to get the frigate. You will also get
Galleons
a
are
bunch of
dainty
pieces
but
of 8
effective
from
vessels.
this fort. You can also get pieces of 8 by
Safe
doing
travels,
your
Captain.
cargo missions. Which, quick, if you go back over here, are helm missions. Still call them cargo missions, but you can get, once you get, I think it's pirate level 5. I can't remember exactly because it's been a while, but you will unlock a helm, and you can go up to this board, and once you go up to this board, you're going to get a list of things you can do. You can go to the supply deal, pay your silver, and get the materials, or you can go and attack ships, which are like, I think 3 ships for each one. Or you can go and attack forts. Forts are a little bit harder. Well, I shouldn't say a little bit, but they are harder depending on if you're ready for them or not. But I think they're called mega forts are hard if you don't have people with you. Like my brigantine can take out the normal forts, but like mega fort Dostin, you need at least to have 1 or 2 other people with you. But you do that, you come over here, and you go here. This is how you make your products once you get those raw materials. You can come over here and make all these. And what you do is once you make them, uh, come over here and you go to your order registry, and it will tell you, like, you get 435 pieces of 8. But they're also good for silver, especially the um, not raw materials, but like the high-end products. Which, in order for you to do that, you have to go through World 1, progress your stuff with the Helm Lady. That's normally in the 2 taverns or whatever. She will show you how to capture areas with deeds. And then, once that happens, you should be at the point where you can go into upgrades. and you can upgrade stuff. I don't know how some people would do it, but I would focus on trying to get your legendary production, which is like Gold Skull Gin, Gold Skull Rum, Imperial Jade that's carved, which sells for a ton just by the normal refined jade, and Black Lotus Opium. Then you also got this one, which is Silver Sniff. Apparently, there's two different, uh, well, there's two different, captains or pirate lords in the game that you can go sell stuff to. One likes the gin and rum, the other one likes the, opium and, uh, the jade. Uh, the one over here, Skurlock, which is going to be the first starting island you be in if you do happen to play. He likes the gin and rum. The other lady, you can go trade it, and it's at a different island, which I think is across the map. Yeah, like up here. So you go over there, you talk to her. I believe you do her quest, and then once it finishes, you can sell stuff to her. Now, there is a bug at the time I'm recording this. She has the potential of locking you out of the quest non-intentionally, where you can't turn the quest in. And I think Ubisoft is trying to fix that last time I seen. Also, if you do world events like this, which this boss kind of sucks, because if you have a lot of people, it beefs the boss up to where you can't really fight them. Well, you can fight them, but there's a high chance they're going to get away from you. But like up here, you got elite warships. Those are the ones you want to focus on. You can also get pieces of 8 from them, which I probably will do. But you can also get silver. You can get smuggler tokens or whatever, which you go to him, and he has specific things that you can buy that's unlocked for right now. And I would recommend buying all his stuff, which I would say again, without Death Wish, I probably wouldn't have known so much information coming back to here. But yeah, especially his Discord, and if you do happen to go look at his channel or his Twitch channel, please go to his Discord. You find a lot of people there that's offering to help, and you can find a bunch of other stuff there. Like, I will put in the description too. There's a website that somebody made that Ubisoft backs up that is literally a ship builder. And then they post other things that's useful. They post builds on their Discord and all that. So, like, it's very useful. But, and also he's a nice dude. So let's go and do this. And if you're watching Death, hi. So let's go do this thing. I think I'm not in my schooner. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm on my brigate. Well, there's a brigantine and then there's a brig. So, to make that specific, but normally I don't have I have a brig, I think, I just don't use it. So normally when I say brig, I mean brigantine.
The ship makes the pirate.
Let me go manage my ships. It's my frigate. Yeah, we're upgrading this thing. This is a tank, but it also is fun to use as a thing with cannons, because there's so many cannons on this thing. It's fun. So we got the schooner. Move all cargo to new ship. Make sure everything is on this ship. And then ship. Weapons. Yeah. So basically, this ship likes to destroy forts. So what I did was I put, of course, the basilisk or basilisk on, I believe, the front. No, that's on the back. I did it on the back because in case if something tries to come behind me, I could shoot it. But when it came to the stuff I put on here, I put Monsmegs 3. Uh, because of the ability where it does exceptional damage to structures. So not only me putting siege on there, it also has increased damage to structures by 50. But when I go down to my modification slots, which are expensive to do, but they're useful, I put, of course, siege, which adds another 37% damage to structures, and then I put deadly strike, which when you're trying to look at stuff, it's very useful to understand and all that. So like this one has a 10% chance of dealing increased damage from any damage weak to weak points. Bonuses, even if the shot does not hit the weak point, it increases the damage to weak points by 43. That helps me out a lot, especially with the woven hole fort, because of how much weak points it has. So that's why I put it on there. And then I just increased my firepower just because. And there's one more symbol that should pay attention to is the like a recycle symbol. That's how many rerolls you get to add to your modification slot. So once that hits 0, you cannot modify that weapon at all. So I think that's you also got this, which of course this is going to tell you how much armor your thing is going to get. It's also going to tell you uh like what your resistance are. But with this, of course, I did armored ironclad twice. Since this is I believe it's a fighting or a damage ship, it doesn't have that much, like, so basically how the classes work, there's damage, support, which is healing, and, of course, the tank. The tank will thrive from all of these, but it's also very useful to put on damage ships because they tend to die faster, but it's basically the simple sense of if I kill you first, you can't kill me. That's how the attack ships work. So, but yeah. And then there's furniture. I have to put enough furniture on this, but furniture also helps you a lot when it comes to things. So like my front damage is increased by 10% from my powder kegs. My port side is increased by 10. I have another thing that increases damage to structures by 15. And then yeah. So let me go look through here real quick. Let's see here. I mean, we could put that on there because I do anchor down to shoot. But yeah, I think they also tell you like this. Specialize in damage dealing and status effects. The DPS favors an aggressive playstyle. They actually tell you like, oh, okay, this actually gets an increase from damage you deal. Like this one is also, I got one. As a support, it excels at healing, so it's going to do more stuff with healing. Like it's stronger. Same thing goes for this one. It's the tanking, so you're going to be bracing and all that stuff. So it's going to be stronger with ironclad and all that. But yeah, manage ships real quick. Was one show is like, it says it excels at devastating broadside attacks, turning every barrage into an explosive reaction. That doesn't really say much, but I believe it's Fury. Increased damage destruction by 50, so I'm over 100 and something percent. And increased weapon damage taken by 30 for 10 seconds. Weapon hits have 20% chance to trigger Fury on self for 15 seconds. Boosting broadside damage, weapon damage by 20 while active. Broadside hits can trigger a 700 damage explosive every 3 seconds within a 100-meter blast radius. So, like, that's mainly what this focuses on, is that Fury ability and its increased damage to structures.
Goodbye.
I believe
May
that's
your
it.
ship
So let's go look for.
sail free.
Another cool thing is too the woven hole. Um, I don't care. I will have to do that eventually, but we go over here. Where is it? I gotta remember how to modify this because I haven't played this for I think about a month or less than a month. But let me see here. I think yeah, it's on the map. I go over here. So see, it's called the Wolves Hollow. But what happens is it's crazy. So you can get 5 other captains, or you can get more. Like I think I had 10 or 15 other ships with me on most of the runs I've done. So like it's not just you versus like the other forts. It's okay, everybody's here, they need to do it too. And everybody gets rewarded for doing it. The other forts, if you have somebody, okay, that's fine, they can just put something. But really those forts you do. This one you kinda have to do with people, but it's very useful to have people with you. Okay, I gotta go or turn around. That's kind of embarrassing. I have any of my stuff. And like I got my Basilisk 3s, but that's it. Also, it does matter what you have on your ship. If you have cannons, which I believe is Caveira's, and then, can't remember, but they're like a shotgun cannon. Those are the only types of cannons that can have a below deck. Everything else, like the long irons, the ballistas, I'm just gonna call them flamethrowers. All of them have the top deck, and that is it. Torpedoes, bombards, cannon, that, mortars. Bombards, there we go. I don't know why it wasn't showing up. Oh, you know why, hold on. I know I don't know, I might get kicked out, I'm not sure. But also, because of all the people that's doing it, it like goes pretty fast. I think I have fireworks. Or rockets, my bad. They basically are fireworks, but I don't have a mortar that I can use that well for the build yet, but I plan on trying to get it. Also, I recommend getting all the stuff you can get from Blackwood, and if there's an event like the Halloween events going on, if you really want to, you don't have to, but if you got the tokens, go and buy all the stuff from the event, which is at like on top of the hill on a tombstone. But yeah, the grinding the ship last time I did it, it was horrible. might have updated it so October's done. Like a month ago, basically. There we go. Yeah, see how much it excels at doing in like 60 something K versus almost 30K damage every shot. I mean, I can also throw with that at one thing. This also has a capital ship. So, yeah, see how all the stuff is grabbing. I think it has 3 stages. Each stage give you but yeah. See, I can barely reach narrow rockets. If I can even reach. Yeah, there's also racing, which actually can save a lot. There's 5 seconds. Also recommend if you can get your hands on fruit, just use that as your fruit or whatever for your stamina. It might be like basic, but it's useful, especially how much you can gather. Set this way for a reason. They can just keep me farther. Also, if you need to get if you need to do a specific like boss, you can get these flares from I think like the fisherman faction, and you just all you gotta do is get like 10 of them, and then you can go to the buoy that's in that boss's area and summon it if it's not already summoned. Also, if you're having so much trouble or you just want to hang out with people, you can just hit the SOS flare by using your spyglass and looking at just example. I can look at this person, or if it was a ship, there would be a black box at the bottom that says press this button to send SOS flare, and that tells people you need help or you're just doing something they might want to farm, and they will show up and help you. But yeah, so I mean that's about as I would think information for people beginning that needs to know. But yeah, if you want more information, go look at Death's channel. It's gonna be in the description. There's so much information that he's covered that if I could spend hours on like doing a stream just talking about it. But yeah. And then for this, all you gotta do, instead of waiting like 160 or 200 minutes, or not minutes but seconds, you can just log out of the game and then log back into a different one. But yeah, I plan on trying to make more videos of this, whether it be another grinding video or just a calm video where I'm gathering materials and crafting stuff. Or if I start trying to fight stuff, I'll like basically the elite ships, or uh eventually once I can figure out build or close to a build, fight other players in the PvP events. Because right now I know I need the stuff. Let me look, because I can probably find it. These war cargoes specifically, they're the best way of getting more assets for your faction in this event. But it's a PvP event, so I have to either wait for somebody to be there or just hope that nobody shows up in the middle of it and just deletes me. Because people have been running torpedoes that's toxic with the sloop of war and just annihilating me. I think the last time I tried it with somebody, I didn't even get a chance to. I pick up the thing and I died instantly. I didn't even get a chance to fight him. But no, there's also Wartide, and Wartide, it's basically just straight PvP. And they do give you a loadout for ships for free, so you can just go in right away and not have to really worry about making builds if you want to do that. But I enjoy making builds. Builds are fun in this game if you can figure out how to do it. They are fun. Okay. Okay, it's looking for captains. But yeah, no, no. Just trying to think of stuff to say. But I know that there's other things I should talk about on this. So right now, depending on when you're watching this too. So there's two specific mega forts if you do try to go do helms. They are, I don't know if they're bugged still, but they were. Because I'm assuming because of the event, because it uses them. So you can't really grab your materials from there. Because, of course, one, it's because there's an event there. And then you have to wait for the event to be done. But it still spawns in that faction ship. Fleet. Or fleets. And they can just annihilate you. And like, there was one time I think me and 2 or 3 other people went to a different fort, and it just bugged out the wall where we couldn't destroy the wall, because there's 2 walls that you gotta destroy that's part of the plunder versus the one that's part of the normal fort. So I just couldn't get my materials because of the bug. But yeah, I see all the red on there. You can actually hit all of these. I hit that one twice. Okay. just gotta watch out for the captain ship that comes out. I think he's already out messing with everybody. Yeah, it's right here. And for those people that's starting out still, like, if in my opinion you can do tier 2 level 10 ship, probably, yeah. Yeah, like a level 9, level 10 ship, like bare minimum, I'm gonna say. Because my dad just, once I unlocked that, went straight into it. But you are going to struggle on stuff like this. Orcs are a very good thing. Pretty much just kill ships on your own, except for the elite ships. But yeah, you can come in here basically once you had access to just do stuff in there. You have more stuff, that stuff is harder. But with the right stuff, you can have a low level ship and just kill a bunch of ships and fleets. I mainly suggest frigate. Have a frigate that's like a decent ship to have for people starting out or redoing their accounts. I wish they gave like great characters. Just because I think it's kind of dumb. Oh, I have to reset my account to just have a different fresh I mean, it's a fun game, especially if you got people like this. Might be, if I can get that might be a small story they have. World 1. Until then, you gotta keep getting that grind on. I will say, some ships take a lot of time and effort to make, especially the frigate. And I highly recommend once you get an episode, go grab their, all the blueprints that you can. I'm also mainly talking about the ones that's in the hubs, because, like, I think I got enhanced 3 repair kits, and they're just working on the same machine dying. I also recommend crafting a lot of maintenance repair kits, which repair the small that you have. They also have a crafting recipe for that. But yeah, I say in basically anything you can grab that, especially stuff. If you see a blueprint and he's selling the actual item, buy that thing. Or just buy the blueprint and make it. Because that would be, in my personal opinion, the best way. Just waiting a little bit longer to just make it. That didn't work. But yeah, your Ascension model and upgrade parts are like thing you will really need when you start seeing weapon functions adding more perks slash skills to the weapon. And then once you get that, it doesn't matter what level it is when it comes to that specific perk, I would lock that. But once you lock it, I believe it costs pieces of 8 and silver. But you're guaranteed to have that, just to increase it. Like anytime you get one that increases its percentage or whatever, just grab that. Also, if I'm not mistaken, the star or dice symbol next to it, if you find one of those and it's on fire, that means you're almost or at, like you're very close or at the max for that perk. Like basically it's almost perfect on the ability stuff that you can get from it. I know I'm cramming a lot of things in this thing, but there's a lot of information on this. Did not. Oh yeah, on this, besides the stuff on top of it, they have these torpedo holes that's on the bottom of things you cannot destroy unless it's somebody coming in and destroying them. They will tear up your ship. I know that from a lot of times playing my frigate, which it's slow, but it has a lot of cannons, but it's meant for tanking. But a lot of people want to use it because of how many cannons it has. But yeah, I mean, I can see if I can make one where it's a damage build, but it's also tanky, so it can take damage. But yeah, I can't remember the name of the other, but there's another ship that works just as well, if not stronger, and Death actually made a video on it that's better than the schooner. But I prefer the schooner because I like schooners for that reason. Because plus, when I hear anybody talk about a schooner, I think about pirates, the classic pirate ship. But no, there's another one that's even more stronger. But I also use the website, like I said, I'll leave the description website and Death. But there's one that's a lot stronger. I just can't remember. Also, another thing to know is if you're coming into the game and haven't known already, you will drop everything that's in your hull, basically. That's not like ammunition or food, but you drop a little bit of that, but not all of it. So, like, if I go here, plus this is another way you can get stuff like all deck ascended caches. So that means like weapons and armor, if I'm not mistaken. You can get both of them from opening these. 1,000-year Matsu. But yeah, you can get some decent silver from doing that. But like, see, deep iron something that is valuable from making that ship. It's also a good way to get not battle pass tokens, but I think it's smuggler pass tokens. Yeah. And the funny thing is too, so the enhanced repair kit, all it takes, and if you grind it on Warrior Tier 2, all it takes is repair kit 3s, 3 of them. And as you can see, which I need to do, which I do after I do this, I got 435 of them. So like I can go, once I leave and do the whole thing, I can go out, come back in and all that. But for cannons to start out with, I would recommend the Basilisk 3s. In my opinion, I've also watched on Death stuff when he uses them. He also recommends them because they're just good cannons to use. Just for everything in general. And I'm going to show off my my brigantine as well. But yeah, no. That's like one of the things I probably would be mainly doing, but like once I get back in here, I can probably look at my piece today. I probably have enough now. I think you get about 500 or something like that, or 3,000 every time you do it.
Captain.
I think that's what I remember somebody saying. So let's see. Yeah, I got 10,008 pieces of 8, so I can go, I believe, upgrade my ship once. Let's see here. Keep forgetting it's
Infamy
not X.
travels fast. Yours screams in the
upgrade
wind.
ships. This is my frigate. I believe, yeah, and you can only like see it says upgrade level 5 out of 7. You can only upgrade so many times, but once you get fully upgraded, everything is fully on there that you want. It turns into a level 15 ship basically. So in order for me to fix that, yeah, see, all I gotta get is 10,000, and that ship is already maxed.
May the tide bring you.
But yeah, let me go do this. We're gonna end the video off with me, taking my brigantine and going to a boss and getting some people to destroy a boss. Now, there is, like, different variants. There's a normal variant, and then there's an extremely hard variant of the, like, the pirate, captain. So, let's see here. No. Oh, what's that? Oh, what's that? My fleet. Okay. Brigantine, move everything over there. That means I should have everything, except for torpedoes, because I need torpedoes. Bombarders can go away. This can go away. And then, let's see here. Torpedoes. Okay, that is everything. One last thing before I do that, I'm going to go forge all these repair kits. Now, there is the thing that's kind of sad. I wish they didn't really do, but they did anyway. When you start trying to refine materials and stuff into the better materials that you need, they take a little bit depending on the rarity is how long it take. Like I think the
I will improve your ship. Tell me what you
legendary
need.
materials, they take 30 minutes per one you make. Also, I would recommend just upgrading all of this just because. Especially the spyglass. Spyglass is amazing because of how far you can see. Yeah, like repair kit, enhanced repair kit 3. Man, I got 145 of those repair kits. And restoration kit, I would highly recommend making as
Best
many of
lumber
those
is
as you
Europe.
can, because
Assad.
you'd be running out of those quickly. But no, torpedoes are cool. It's just I'm a guy that likes cannons. I know that torpedoes are basically meta right now, but it's all about having fun, in my opinion. So let's see if we can find a person. I mean, I'm gonna go after one of these anyway, but I'm just curious to see if there's people here. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, why not? We'll go pay him a visit. I remember farming this guy a lot. Just because of... He's just so easy to kill. So, let me go here. I can also show you this. See that there is a thing that says call for help. Press that. And then once it does that, there's a notification that goes around the whole server. And whoever wants to can come help you. See, like, one already spawned in. But yeah, you can just really spend, like, a few hours just going after the ships. And just getting silver and, pieces of meat. Not doing that. The ones you really don't want to get hit with is flooding and your cell being those stop you from moving at all. Even if it's unlimited, it still stops you from moving. Sorry. See, I think I put flooding on this stuff because the ship likes flooding on itself. But yeah. Bro's like nothing right now. And he's dead. What they do too is they also drop a bounty. You can take this bounty and go to a you can go to an outpost that takes that bounty and you can get some silver for it. I feel like I got 560 pieces of 8. Now we'll just turn it into some I missed that completely. I think I may not have. So if I go in, it actually might be on this. Because it will be marked with like a blue exclamation point. Even then I can fast travel to a place that probably hasn't. also like this. That back there was like a resource you can grab. You grab stuff from these, which is what you need to craft just your basic, like, repair kits. That's what I'm finding out. Those are really the main source of getting those materials for those repair kits. I believe this is the person that wants it.
Ndio. See you
Nope.
soon, Captain.
Hold on. You could probably find it. It's probably the one next to St. Annie. Nah, I'm not worried about it. Basically, what you would be doing is, like, over here, see how there's a bounty target symbol? You take it over there and they give you, like, a few thousand. It's 1,000 up to a few thousand things of silver. And that's basically it. I think you could collect, what, 6 or 8 of them? I think that's about how many you can have. Helm contracts, you can only have 8 going at one time. So if you really wanted to, because of how it works right now, you can actually just save up all your fort contracts for one fort, or maybe divide it into 2 forts, and go there and get all that material. But the weight will probably over encumber you to where you can't move, or you're slow, like extremely slow. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. Like 2 or 3 is fine, but like if you do all 8 at one place, you're going to be having issues moving. But yeah, no, I think that's gonna be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, leave a comment and subscribe if you want more. And I'll see you next one.